guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
To PassingLaughs podcast.
to PassingLaughs podcast.
The PassingLaughs podcast.
I'm just gonna start fucking recording.
Trademark.
Nope.
Oh!
Fuck that.
I'm waiting on a cue.
I can't work under this pressure!
Throw it at the very end. It'll throw people off.
I should have gone to a doctor 100%. The human condition is bullshit.
How many knives is too many knives?
I was just going to say something problematic.
I quit.
I
Nope.
don't believe any of that. You know what? Let's just move on.
And welcome back to the PassingLaughs podcast. I'm Ross.
I'm Haley.
I'm Beaves, and today we are talking about carpets. Can you get them cleaner? Should you? Should you just let them be overrun with bacteria? and dirt?
Haley, stop him.
Okay, Beaves, we talked about this last week.
I don't know what we talked about last
Today,
week.
we're discussing sidekicks.
Like the phone?
Yeah. Verizon, respond to my emails.
No, sidekicks versus superheroes. Are sidekicks lesser? Are they better?
No.
They're definitely lesser.
Shut the fuck
Oh, we've got two very strong opinions here.
Nope. Per usual, me and Haley hate each other on this episode. And Bees is
And
going to
I'm
be
just here.
So, I guess we could start by saying, what is a sidekick?
Sure.
Only a superhero would need that clarification. Sidekicks know who they are because they're important.
Okay.
Ross, I guess you're eager to talk about it. Can you go ahead and define a superhero or sidekick? Excuse me.
If I was evil and Haley, I would say that they are a secondary character.
Hang on. No. You say what you think, and I'll say what I think.
Why? So you can misquote yourself and
Just
make it sound like
because
you're not
otherwise
evil?
I won't have anything to say.
You're right. You're right. That's how podcasts work. I think sidekick should be defined as the the second half of a duo where both parties are. Fuck. I think it's an arbitrary call. I don't think sidekick should be a thing. I don't think we should be calling these superheroes sidekicks. I think it's fucked up. I think it's derogatory.
So you think sidekicks are also superheroes?
Absolutely.
Beaves, what do you think?
Oh, it's me already.
Yeah.
If Batman
Okay.
is a superhero, yeah.
I think Ross is completely wrong.
What the fuck?
Well, not completely wrong. You're partially correct. In my opinion, I think sidekicks they do probably close to the same amount of work as the hero that they are quote unquote sidekicking for, but it's in the hopes of becoming more like them, maybe taking their place someday, or just adding a helping hand, but never being as completely heroic as the superhero.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
your use of the word heroic.
Right.
You don't mean prolific. You mean heroic.
I probably should have said prolific. That's probably a better word. It's
Oh.
or maybe as effective is probably a better word, because
Okay.
they might be lacking something that the hero has.
'Cause they're usually a protege. They're usually learning, right?
Most of the time, they are a protege.
Okay.
Sometimes they're just like not as cool. They're basically an intern for the superhero.
They're getting that 3 years of experience.
And probably not being paid.
What
And
superhero gets paid?
I'm just saying.
They get paid with
Haley,
eternal attention.
you are a supervillain.
No.
You're literally, you want to not pay Robin.
But Robin sucks, okay?
Robin
Nope.
does not suck.
Listen.
Robin's badass.
By definition of the word sidekick,
Exactly.
it means somebody who is less important than the hero.
Exactly.
Okay, so-
it's
so-
a derogatory term and we need to stop using it.
What?
Are you canceling the word sidekick?
I think I am, dude.
That's not the thing we were talking about, though.
what
We
I'm
were
talking
discussing
about.
if sidekicks are inferior, and they are.
I disagree. Well, here's the thing. I think when you hear the term sidekick, it does sound like the person is less than, right?
Yes, it's like a motorcycle and a sidecar.
Right, but I think you're looking at it in a very cursory way, in a very surface level way.
Word.
Nah? Okay. I can't argue with that,
Did you
Haley.
just say no?
Listen, Haley,
Yeah.
you can't just say nah. I think the thing about sidekicks is it's just the term that makes it sound less than.
No.
And I think you're just thinking about the word and being like, no, that sidekick. That just means you're less than.
If they weren't less than, why would they call them a sidekick and not a hero?
Because sidekicks are.
Well, first of all, they do call them heroes.
No.
They do.
Nah.
It should.
You can't just say no.
But like, I think whenever the term sidekick got introduced, they were. It was just like some dude that's like there to basically get captured for. They were just plot points. But that's not the way it is anymore, man. We're giving sidekicks their own fucking shows now.
True.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You got
Like-
Teen Titans?
Young Justice.
I don't
Young
know
Justice?
what those are.
She doesn't know what those are.
Which just proves my point.
Well, okay, so you got Tim Drake, right?
Who?
Tim Drake,
Who?
the original Robin,
Yeah.
was it Dick Grayson that was the original Robin?
I think it's Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson was the original. Okay, we'll start with Dick Grayson.
Dick Raisin?
Yes, Dick Raisin. Dick Raisin.
When you've been in the pool for too long.
So Dick Raisin started off as a Robin, and then he agreed with Batman on a philosophical level. So he gained all the skills and know-how that Batman has, and eventually was like, but I don't like the way that you approach some of this justice.
Because-
so I'm going to start my own
Because
shit.
by that point, he'd gotten all grizzled and like,
Right. He got older.
there's no saving the world.
Right. So, Dick Raisin gets a whole bunch of other, I want to say sidekicks, but really not. They're just super powered freaks. And makes his own team called the Teen Titans. And then eventually from there, he becomes his own solo hero, like Batman, as Nightwing. So, all that to say, a sidekick, I think, is not less than, but they are less experienced and are...
Which is not less than.
Right.
They're just newer.
There's newer, or they just lack...
There's got to be a passing of the torch eventually.
Right.
Unless you're Superman and you're immortal.
Yeah.
That's
Even
why
that
we don't like him.
Superman still has a couple of sidekicks.
Okay, let's...
Like Batman.
No, he's got Supergirl and he's got Superboy.
Well, if you
Who
look
are
at
all
them...
super. Like,
True.
If you look at them at a moment in time, when they are a sidekick, they are less than the hero. And eventually, you said, he became a hero.
Right.
But he isn't as Robin. He's
Right.
a sidekick.
So, less than. What define less than?
well, she has she has the point. It's like Robin isn't Robin anymore when he's a superhero. He's Nightwing or
Right.
he's...
Darkwing Duck.
Or still... Sure.
I don't even know what to do with that, Haley.
He's still Robin, but he is the leader of a group of heroes. And is also a hero at that point.
I don't think... Again, I think we need to cancel the term sidekick. I think that's a shitty thing to call these people, fictional or otherwise.
I don't think we should cancel the term.
Why?
Because there's nothing inherently offensive about it.
It's by Haley's definition, it is.
By
It's
Haley's
literally
definition,
lesser
yes.
than.
Listen, let's go back to the motorcycle and the sidecar.
Why?
Because Batman
That's
is...
some 1940s bullshit.
What?
That's true.
That's
are you
whenever
talking
these
about?
terms were coined, and they
That's
were.
when these characters were invented, so eat a dick.
I can't even argue with that one. You just gotta eat that dick real quick.
Batman is the motorcycle. Okay? Robin is the sidecar. The sidecar is important for carrying passengers and for keeping the bike
Carrying
upright. Look, I don't know. I'm just trying to be generous here. But it's not the driving force, literally, of this operation.
If you take away the motorcycle, that thing's
Then
just
there's nothing.
grinding to a halt.
It's just a side kick.
How dare you? How dare you compare the altruism and dedication of Dick Grayson to
Dick
a
Grayson.
side... Haley.
What? I don't know anything about Robin, to be honest.
He's the quintessential sidekick. Am I right?
Yeah, he's like Robin.
Robin. It's you're Batman or you're Robin to someone's Batman. But I don't know, man. I don't think we should be using that term. I'm. This is like somewhat a joke, but at the same time, it's like the way you're using it, it's shitty. Like it's literally just lesser than.
Well, let me bring it to you from this angle. You often talk about how you're a Gryffindor and you're very proud of that fact.
All day.
And you say every hero needs a sidekick,
And I use it derogatorily about Hufflepuffs.
which is bullshit, by the way.
But I'm using the term the way you would use it.
Exactly. So you can't say that you should want to redact this term, but then keep using it derogatorily towards me.
Was that what this was about?
This is all just a way to like justify me stopping.
No, I just wanted to bring out the hypocrisy.
It's not hypocrisy. It's proving the point.
You're
It's,
proving my point.
I think.
You are proving Haley's
Okay,
point.
first of all, we agree we agree that the term sidekicks is derogatory.
Okay.
You just think it's an apt description of these people.
Okay, so
I don't.
what would you call them?
Heroes. Co-heroes.
Co-heroes?
Nah.
What-
Just heroes.
Come
Well,
on.
here's the thing. Term aside, words aside, I think a sidekick is more like having a hero and sidekick is more like a mentorship to me, from my point of view.
An internship.
An internship, maybe. No, more like a mentorship because
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
more
okay.
hands-on and more personal, and it's like
Sure.
one-to-one. When the sidekick screws up and is in danger or dies or gets corrupted by the Joker
Yeah.
and becomes the vessel for the Joker's Horcrux,
Sin.
actual plot point, by the way, then it's the superhero's fault. Then it's Batman's fault. If Tim
Yeah.
Drake gets captured and corrupted by Joker...
So you're saying he's a plot point. That's all you're
He's
boiling.
not. No, he's not a plot point.
He's-
He's a responsibility, right?
in the
That
form
doesn't
of,
make anything
he's,
less than.
He's a plot point in the form of
All right,
a,
let's take it to a parent-child relationship for a second. Okay.
which is convenient because Dick Grayson was an orphan.
Yeah, exactly. And Batman treated him a lot like a son.
Word.
So
An equal son.
No,
You're-
no, that's never how parents treat their children.
The kid. When you have a kid, that kid doesn't have enough life experience, doesn't have the skills fully developed
Word.
to
Word.
stand on his own, right?
Word.
You have been doing this for a long time, and it's your job to pass on this knowledge so that that person is able to make what you believe is the right decision
Yeah.
for them and those around them.
So-
in Batman's case.
All this to say, you don't think sidekicks is a derogatory term.
No, I don't think it's.
You think it's an honorific, just describing what they are at the
It's
time.
more like it's just a title to me. It's like it's like a job title. So superhero is like the manager, and then you got.
All right, how stoked are you to tell somebody that you're an intern at XYZ?
No, I
place?
wouldn't call a sidekick an intern.
Well,
A sidekick
kind
starts
of.
off as an intern.
But
when
to
they're
Haley's point,
introduced.
the difference between an intern and a mentor is just how much your mentor gives a shit.
Hey, it depends on the company as to how excited I would be to say I'm an intern there. Let's just.
That's true.
So,
And at what point in life you're at, actually.
Yeah.
Right after college and I got an internship, I was like, hell yeah.
yeah.
Or
Oh, what was I gonna say?
probably some more bullshit.
Okay, so who gives the orders? It's the hero, right? Not the sidekick. They don't ever do
There
that.
aren't orders. They just agree on shit
No,
most of the time.
no. If
There are
Batman says,
orders.
Robin, do this, then Robin does it or he gets in trouble, basically.
There are whole episodes based around the superhero getting caught and the sidekick having to save them.
Right. Of course. But that's what the skills that they were given. Now, if your boss screws something up and gives you a job to do, you're still going to do it.
Yeah. Okay, how
Well,
about...
but this is still not to say that the sidekicks are less than.
Well, I don't think that the term sidekick is derogatory. I just think that it just means that they're not as important as the hero. But I don't think that's derogatory. It's like saying the boss versus the employee. One is more powerful, doesn't mean that the employee is not important to
I
you.
guess any word can be used derogatorily if you use it that way, such as Hufflepuff.
Shut up. I will kill you.
All right. I still would never like to be called a sidekick. I'm pretty sure there are episodes about the Teen Titans getting called sidekicks, and they're like, "Fucking no." Where are
Yeah,
you?
I think that was Robin. I think he was called the sidekick. He was like, no,
It's in a recent movie, isn't it?
maybe.
I have no
don't
idea.
know. Yeah, I do think the term sidekick, like the word itself, when you call somebody, oh, you're whoever's sidekick.
Wait, they did. They made Sky High. You were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Literally the whole movie is about sidekicks being lesser than.
Yeah, but that movie, I was thinking about it again. They have the sidekicks are so bad. Their powers are this guy literally melts into a puddle.
Doesn't that
Like-
save the day at some
like
point?
Alex
At
At
the
some
end?
point, at the end, yeah. But it was like that one instance where this guy's a super fast speedrunner guy.
Oh, and he melts, slips
and
him
then
up.
slipped. And it's like, oh, you found the one use for your power. I'm so happy for you. But that movie was all about like, hey, you might suck a lot worse than these people.
You
and
might be horrible.
Yeah, you might be categorized into this group of losers. But hey, that's okay.
Because being a loser is cool?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, because that was the moral of that movie.
Wow.
It's like, you suck, but that's fine.
It's literally like you're literally going up to the nerds like, hey, listen, man, I know you're not athletic, you're not good looking, hella acne, fucking 4 eyes over here,
You melt
but
into
you're
a puddle.
still fine
You're valuable.
to someone.
I used Sky High as like a supporting. I used Sidekick as like a supporting shit source in an argument, but the more I think about it, the more I think it does a bad job of portraying what sidekicks are in comic books or shows or movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically showing you that it's using superpowers and superheroes as an analog for bullying, right? Like that's basically the stick for the movie. I'm pretty sure I've seen this movie. And at the end of it, it's like basically your superpowers don't define you.
Yeah.
If you're a decent person, you're a decent person.
Right. But let us categorize you into these two things.
Yeah. Don't they do away with the term super or sidekick at the end? It's like we're all heroes.
Some bullshit.
That's
some
so
schmaltzy
stupid.
bullshit.
All right, I'm just saying we use Disney to inform a lot of our moral decisions, and I think this is a good one to take from them. Cancel sidekicks.
I think
The term.
those characters were just objectively bad and served
Yeah.
no purpose other than to be a glorified secretary.
What if we move away from superheroes specifically
Okay, sure.
to just like other movies and things where there's supposedly the star and then like the supporting characters, but what
Sure.
about the supporting characters? Do you think that they're less important?
No. No.
It depends, maybe.
No. Can we just talk about? Let's use Lord of the Rings as an example.
Okay.
I think that's a great place. For
Frodo's
it.
an awful character. I'm going to say it.
I don't think he's a no. He's not a bad. He's a flawed character.
He's boring.
He's not boring.
He's
No,
boring.
no. If
Name
anything,
one cool thing Frodo did.
Carried the
he takes
ring?
on the responsibility.
Oh, wow. He carried the fucking... Sam
Bro,
could have done that.
You couldn't have carried the ring.
Okay, still, he's boring. You watch the movie and he does nothing exciting.
He gets stabbed.
Okay, what about everybody in the Battle of Helm's Deep? They were inherently more interesting than Frodo because they were fighting for their goddamn lives and they knew they were gonna die, right?
Sure.
They knew.
This is off the rails, y'all.
No, listen, and then we've got fucking Legolas and Gimli over here running around killing orcs like it's some sort of fucking game, counting out loud. But meanwhile, there's this old man who should not be holding a sword dying on the floor. That's interesting.
Okay.
Frodo walking through marshes and then seeing shit in the water.
That
every
was
X-
super cool. That
No.
was very cool.
No, what made it cool was that the fact that Sam and Smeagol were there.
All right.
All right.
Let
See-
me go ahead.
You think that Frodo is a boring
I think
character?
he's a boring character.
I don't. I think he's a very complex character, and that's why he's interesting. If anything, Sam is more boring. Sam is more boring because he's just perfectly altruistic.
Stop.
No, I'm not saying. No,
Stop
I'm
your
not saying he's
words.
bad.
No.
Listen.
No.
To your point, if you gave Sam the ring, he just carries it the whole time. Doesn't
No,
feel
You're
it.
wrong.
no, I don't think so.
How?
Sam's not altruistic. He fully hates Smeagol and just treats him like garbage, which turns out to be like...
The
Yeah,
right-
no. Treat the
right choice.
murderer as garbage.
Well, no, actually, it could have been a good thing if... well, it could have been a bad thing because Frodo being nice to Smeagol basically exiled Gollum. Smeagol worked that whole thing out where he exiled
Yeah,
Gollum.
that's right. But then Sam being
Sam
a-
being mean brought Gollum back.
Yeah.
Which, you know, Sam is not fully altruistic. He's a bully.
He's
Oh,
not.
okay,
He's not a
he's not a
bully.
bully.
He's a bully.
Calm
how?
down.
How is he a
He
bully?
straight up bullied Smeagol.
After Smeagol tried to kill them both.
No, that was before.
He wasn't bullying him. He was exercising
Caution.
extreme caution and suspicion.
That's fine. But
Wait, when was Sam an asshole to
A lot.
he was
a
a
lot.
full on asshole.
Gollum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Smeagol.
Smeagol.
Smeagol, yeah.
like fully. I was like, God damn, Sam kind of sucks too, but he's more interesting than Frodo, who's just like, Sam,
Well, now
I
he's
think we
definitely
should-
more
I
interesting.
think we should trust him.
But
Is that him getting stabbed?
Yeah.
okay, let's see.
Back on the rails.
Yes, Frodo is supposedly the character that matters because he got the ring to Mordor,
He's the protag.
and everybody else is supposed to be supporting him.
Right.
But I think everyone in the whole fellowship are the stars or the heroes.
Absolutely.
Wait.
Everyone in the fellowship is a hero, not just Frodo.
Sure, hero, but are they the protags?
Yes, absolutely.
The protags.
That's why it's called the Fellowship
Well,
of
hold
the
on.
Ring.
I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
So, who is there a main focus in the movies, in the series? Is there like a focal point?
It's
where-
all of the Fellowship.
Okay, so the
because-
Fellowship acts as.
Pretty sure they all get the same
The
amount
focal
of screen time and stuff.
More or
think
less.
Legolas
I
does.
mean,
I
huh?
don't think Legolas does.
Well,
I think they
listen.
shafted Legolas.
There's a reason.
He's kinda
Not
boring.
He's
everyone.
boring. He's boring.
Not everyone has the same acting abilities.
Shade. Shade thrown.
Listen, he was pretty and he did his duty. So
You said duty. Well, I actually liked him in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's just me.
that
He's
was
also-
after Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
yeah.
He's
He had
also
some-
pretty boring then too, though.
I liked him.
He's just
he was
super.
fun.
He's super altruistic there. He's like, I can't kill the bad guy, even though he's trying to kill me.
I'm sorry. What is that accent?
He's making himself.
Is he Hackney? I'm Will Turner. I'm here to kill you.
Except not, because I can't.
I'm the son of Bootstrap Bill, I is.
Y'all are off the rails.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, here's the thing.
Back to Sam,
Yeah.
damn it.
Back to Sam.
Real quick. Sam,
Mm-hmm.
the best part of that movie.
No.
What?
Sam was great. He's not the best.
Who's the
though.
best part of that movie then?
I don't know, but
It's Sam.
I really enjoyed Sam's parts, but I wouldn't go as far to say that he was the best part of the movie.
I don't know. Every time I see him in the movie, I'm warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, same. He is my favorite person. He's my favorite person in those movies. Like if I could take him out and be an actual friend of mine, that's who I would choose.
Hands
Sam.
down. Like, not even close. Is he a sidekick?
Absolutely not.
I think the best character in that movie was that old grumpy guy in the beginning.
No, just kidding.
The old grumpy fat hobbit.
Wait, he's by definition a sidekick,
he is not.
but he's equal.
no.
I don't think he's a sidekick.
He is.
How is he not a sidekick?
I think he's
He's there for one reason.
No.
Because he's friends with Frodo.
I think he's a supporting character.
He's not.
That's
He
a
is-
sidekick.
I don't know, because I think sidekicks learn from the main character.
Yes, and Sam was never learning anything from Frodo. If anything, Frodo was learning from Sam.
Yes.
I think it's flipping the script on the whole that normal archetype. But he, like, when the movie starts out, he's a sidekick.
No.
disagree.
Batman learns from Robin.
I disagree.
You don't think Batman learns
No,
from
no,
Robin?
no. Batman learns from Robin, but I'm saying that I don't think this is a sidekick hero relationship.
Not at all, because
No.
they were best friends.
Yeah.
And best friends are never sidekicks, they're equals.
Right.
Man,
I think
I
if
think
anything,
we're borderline right now, but okay.
I think if anything, the one sidekick relationship I could possibly think of would be like, I don't know.
All right, let's switch
Are
it
we
up.
talking about in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, in Lord of the Rings, like I would be hard pressed to find like a true sidekick relationship.
Well, no, because the rest of them, the whole shtick is that they're competing, right?
What do you mean?
Legolas and Gimli,
That's just the two of
Oh,
them.
they're just buddies.
Yeah.
well, they hate each other.
No, they
In the
don't.
beginning.
Yeah.
Only because of their race, though.
Yeah.
Then they overcome that and realize that they're both
I
cool.
can do it with a friend. Something like that.
Do it with a friend, all right.
What does he say? What are they gonna do?
I never thought I'd die fighting side by side with an elf.
What about a friend?
I could do that.
Nailed it. We should reenact Lord of the
We really
Rings.
should.
Just like word for word table read. I'm down for that, actually.
It'd be really boring
I
for
think-
everyone else.
Just a passion project.
Oh, we could do like an audiobook version.
I'm still struggling to find like a true sidekick relationship in the series.
I really don't think there is one.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Do sidekicks have to be like
Oh,
altruistic?
I know. What about Oh no, I was gonna say that king and then worm tongue, but really the king was under a spell,
Right.
so that doesn't count.
Sidekicks are good, right? They're always good. It's sidekick and hero.
I think you could probably have an evil side.
I think there's a name
no,
for that.
they
would
would be minions, right? There's
Oh,
never
yeah.
a...
well,
it's a
minions
minion.
implies multiple.
Right,
But
but-
like, what's a?
Can you think of an evil sidekick?
Your champion?
Who's that?
No.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of the word for evil sidekick.
Probably sidekick. I don't know.
I think it's
Well, let's
just
see.
minions.
There's a
Joker.
word for it.
Joker has Harley Quinn. Does that count?
I
No, they're
don't think
lovers.
she's a
Oh.
side... Yeah, no.
In the comics, she's like a sidekick, but I wouldn't call her a sidekick.
Okay, Scar and
His hyenas?
yeah.
Though that's henchman.
Henchmen are
minions.
That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Hey, if anybody knows of any, send them to us because we're drawing a blank.
Well, what about when Slade was
Slade.
from Teen Titans was mentoring Robin for a hot minute
I don't know.
because Robin turned dark side. Okay.
Robin's not altruistic.
Robin is not. Robin is a very flawed character.
Dude, I love the altruistic characters.
I hate the altruistic characters.
Really?
Yeah, they're boring.
You don't like? I mean, they.
Because there's no conflict. It's like if you're just nice to
Well,
everybody.
no, you have them have the internal conflict, but in the end, they do decide to do the right thing, even though it fucks. Like, a lot of people hate Jon Snow, but when Jon Snow doesn't lie to Cersei,
It's
Ned Stark-
ingrained in him, like
Yeah.
his honor. I mean, it's frustrating as a viewer, but I also understand his reasons for doing what he did.
I love that. I love that he couldn't lie. Because even Samwell Tarly, another great sidekick,
So many
Name's-
Sams.
Dude,
Also,
Sam-
not a sidekick.
how is he not a sidekick?
Because-
was he
dude?
taken
again-
under Jon Snow's ward?
Again, they were best
He was literally
friends.
protected by
They
him.
were best friends.
He was lesser than in literally every way, except for the things
No,
that
no, no,
he
no,
was
no,
bad
no,
at.
no, 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 no. False. He was not lesser than. He was not as good at fighting, but he was way smarter than Jon. Let's be real.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Like, he made up for Jon Snow's
right.
shortcomings.
So he was not lesser than.
One shortcoming.
I don't-
He was
was-
better than him in every other aspect.
No.
I don't think that's a sidekick.
No, he was complimentary to him, and they were best friends.
Yeah.
They explicitly said that to each other.
I think you are confusing sidekick with secondary character, or like a side character, or like a supporting character.
A supporting character?
Right, sidekick is a supporting character, but with more like conditions.
I think supporting character encompasses a wider range of things, but sidekick is a form of
Right,
secondary.
exactly.
And I think Samwell Tarly is a epitome of sidekick.
No, because there was overall like a fairly short period of time when Sam and Jon were actually together, doing things together, but for the most part, Sam had his own storyline.
Oh, sure. I'm not saying he's the sidekick the entire time. You can only be a sidekick if you're right there. But whenever they're together, he is quintessential sidekick.
How?
Nah,
well,
nah.
in what way? I've never seen this.
Jon Snow has to save him like 16 times.
I mean,
but
yeah.
Samwell Tarly is constantly helping him like improve little things about like improving his writing, talking to him about stuff. Dude, Jon even has to like
I don't
talk
think
to him
that's a
about
sidekick.
Dude, he's such a sidekick.
No.
I think
At these guys with
no,
how
if
much
anything,
Sam
Jon
Tarly
Snow,
is a sidekick.
Jon Snow sounds like Sam's sidekick, if anything. Like,
Well, I
No.
wouldn't go that far.
No.
there.
well, see, okay, well, because clearly it seems like the relationship is like much more Sam giving to Jon as opposed to the other way around.
No.
Yeah, yes. I would
Sam
say
giving to Jon?
yes.
Like what?
He
If you can name
Like
one
all
thing,
the stuff you just like improving his
he's
writing, his
extremely
speaking.
loyal and
so is
but
Jon.
they're equally loyal to each other.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's not a sidekick relationship.
But he's saying, I I don't understand how Samwell Tarly isn't.
Jon might become the
I don't have enough
the
context.
what do you call
Yeah.
the leader of the Black Knights or whatever?
The Night's Watch.
Yeah. No, what do you call it? The commander, the knight.
Yeah, he becomes the commander of the Night's Watch.
He does that, but then Sam becomes a maester, and the maesters tell the Lord Commanders what to do.
No, they
Yes,
advise them.
Exactly.
They're charged. No, they're charged with giving the best counsel they can do.
Exactly.
A lot of people give the kings and important people counsel.
I know, but that's not a sidekick relationship.
But they're not telling him what to do. They're
Basically,
giving
but-
their opinions.
But if Sam told Jon this is what needs to happen, he would do it.
If Robin said, "Batman, this is what needs to happen," and Batman agreed, he would
If
do
he
it.
agreed, you just qualified it.
If John isn't going to do something that doesn't agree with,
But he would think that Sam knew what he was talking about.
No, Sam literally goes to.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
I can't talk on this
Okay.
topic
Yeah, we
because
need
I don't
to-
know enough.
sorry.
One
I'm trying
last,
to
last thing, and I'll cut it out if it's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Sam goes to John and says, "We need to write to all the lords and people that we need men," and he gives him the parchment with the assholes on it, and he's like, "I can't sign that."
Was that before or after he went to school?
Before?
Yeah, exactly. So
You're
we've got-
you're shitting on my theory that Sam is the best sidekick name.
Okay, listen, I disagree that Sam is a good sidekick name, but I do agree that it's a good best friend name. So we have Sam.
It's definitely that. It is 100% that.
We've got Sam in Lord of the Rings, Sam in Game of Thrones, Sam in.
I Am Legend, the dog.
Okay, we've got Sam in iCarly.
Sam and iCarly.
We've got your dog Sam.
my dog Sam.
What else?
And I've got sandwiches.
Hey, all right, best friends all around.
My cousin Sam's pretty dope.
I'm trying to think of like a purely sidekick relationship that's not in a comic book or animated series.
I mean, that's kind of where they are. If they're not that, like you're saying, if it's not in basically a comic book hero setting, they're just best friends. They're not sidekicks.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah, that probably says a lot about.
I'm sorry.
heroes.
Okay, so I think what we're coming to grips with here, what I'm coming to grips with here, is sidekick is specifically an occupational job describing the mentee of a superhero.
That sounds accurate to me.
Like it's
Not a
it's,
derogatory term.
It's a mentorship. It's
Just
a mentorship relationship.
A mentor relationship,
But-
an occupational title for one of the lesser of a mentorship.
Yes,
Yes.
because it's just nature of them not having experience and stuff.
So
right?
not lesser, just less
well, at
educated.
that moment, they
Less-
are.
I don't like the term lesser,
It's like a
At
manager.
all.
It's like a manager to an assistant manager.
but they're not lesser. They
I'm
may
not-
be skilled. They
Listen.
just haven't had the experience.
I'm not saying that as a human being they are less. I'm saying as a hero, as someone with skills and abilities that can save people, they are less.
They are
I know.
inexperienced.
I know.
Yeah.
It always seems like, especially with Hufflepuffs, it's used as a derogatory term.
That's
because-
only you.
I
That is
know.
literally just you.
I know.
God.
It seems like everyone's a fucking Hufflepuff, and I'm just salty about it.
Be-
I'm a
Because-
Slytherin, and I'm like one person who's a Slytherin in our group.
Nah.
Yeah.
Isn't John?
No, he's a
He's
Hufflepuff.
a Hufflepuff.
Oh, he's just answering wrong. That dude's Slytherin as
No,
fuck.
he's
No, he's
not.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Very not.
You don't think?
No, he's a softie.
He
The
is
biggest
a softie.
softie.
Is he not a softie?
No.
I'm dead on the inside.
He hates everyone. He hates us all.
It
Ravenclaw.
took him literally like 5 years to admit that we were some of his best friends.
Yeah.
God
Because I
damn,
keep
you are-
everybody at like 2 armed lengths. Harry Potter. We all know Harry Potter.
Okay.
Okay. Hermione and Ron.
Yep. Are
Ross?
they sidekicks?
What's the question?
Hermione and Ron to the Harry.
Are you asking me if Hermione and Ron are sidekicks?
Hermione and Ron to the Harry.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they can be called sidekicks. I don't really think that they're even secondary characters. I don't think that show is even remotely the same without them. Like, it's a completely different show.
What's called Harry Potter?
Movie/book, not a show.
They should make a show. That'd be dope.
No,
If they could explore the side characters more, that'd be awesome.
It would be nice to get some actual visual things to go along with what she's just retconning. Like, to actually have these people be these new things.
It turns out you, the reader, was gay the whole time.
But yeah, no, I don't think you could justify that they're sidekicks.
Okay.
Because
And would you say that's because they're best friends?
now, okay, I'm also going mostly on Hermione because Hermione is better than Harry Potter in basically every way.
Okay. Slightly disagree. She's not better. I wouldn't even say she's smarter. She works harder than both of them
I think
put
she's
together.
objectively smart.
No,
than both
Because
of
she
them.
works harder at it. She's constantly studying.
Right, that's still she's
And she
smarter.
has the time turner, so
That doesn't
she's
mean
working
you're
double
smarter.
hard.
She's also smart enough to
Wait.
use the time turner.
What was that?
The time turner, so she's working double hard.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think,
Ron's a sidekick as fuck.
I think no.
He's so sidekick. He's two people sidekick. He's the
Oh.
sidekickiest
No.
person ever.
So going back to Hermione first, I think the reason why she's not a sidekick is because
She's perfect in every way.
No, she has character flaws
Okay,
that are
easy.
like
Like what?
she has.
Oh.
Well, she's very prideful. So especially in the books, she's always like very full of her own abilities,
Oh.
and when she can't perform, it like puts her in her slump.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, I'm speaking from a strictly movie
Oh.
perspective.
No, I don't think she's better than Harry in every way. I think she has like character flaws, which does make her an interesting character. And I think, like when they first described her appearance, she was like very subconscious about like her crazy hair and all that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So there's that. And then Ron, it just takes L's left and right. I think in a lot of, I think the role of a sidekick just is not. I think it's outdated.
Thank you.
Well, the word. I mean,
It's
I
outdated.
think your argument was that the word is outdated. I think just the role is outdated. You
Basically,
have the main character and then supporting characters that also experience and feel and are roughly on the same level as that main character.
yeah. But yeah, no, those are fair points. I still think that sidekick is a term that really just doesn't. It's old. It's outdated. I don't think the actual role is though. I think you need sidekicks. I think you need someone to grow because the superhero usually doesn't.
I guess where I fall on that is at the time when these characters were written, that was the model that they used, and now that's not really the model we use.
It's boring too. Like we're past that now. We're writing more dynamic people. We're not writing people that can like have super strength, can fly and shoot laser beams and have ice breath. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
We're writing more compelling characters that people that aren't super, which is everyone, can relate to.
Yeah.
Fucking boring ass writers back in the day, dude. It was like
No.
the 30s.
They started a whole generation of entertainment that half of what we watch today is based off that.
Sure. I think
Rip Stanley.
Yeah.
All right, so we can't think of any modern sidekick roles, right? Except for the ones that were written a long time ago. Is that where we're landing?
Yeah, I'm really surprised Beeves didn't bring up the Green Hornet.
Oh yeah.
The purposeful
I've
contrary.
I've never seen that.
Basically, I haven't seen it either.
Oh.
But it's just a goofy movie where Seth Rogen is the face. He is the superhero, quote unquote. But his sidekick is way more talented than him in every way.
But he's literally his butler.
Yeah, he's essentially his butler.
It's not essentially. He's literally his
Yeah.
driver, his butler, but he's constantly just saving
He's
him.
saving his ass. Yeah.
But
funny.
that's also
I think that's a parody on
Yeah.
like what if sidekick but better than hero.
it's the exception that proves the rule.
Okay, makes sense.
It's a shitty movie, horrible fucking movie.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
not good.
Oh.
But yeah, that's sidekicks.
You listeners out there can email us at passinglaughs@gmail.com, tweet at us at passinglaughs on our Twitter, look us up on Facebook. You can directly tweet me at B's Redacted.
I'm at Haley Redacted.
And I'm at Ross Redacted.
And remember, if there's a knocking at the door, make sure you tickle that person's toes.
What?
Don't forget to pass on those laughs.
Bow, 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 bow.